Hi, Tom Trento here at the Latrun Memorial Museum. Amazing place. You gotta visit it if you're ever here in Israel. And you're in Israel. Sara Carter, for the first time, we just saw the movie. You're surrounded by all this testosterone, but I guess women can do this too now.
Yeah, women. I think that's pretty incredible what I've seen. You know what struck me is covering war, covering especially being in Afghanistan, covering the war there and in Iraq, is how Israel has to fight this conventional, as well as it's an insurgency war, but it's a conventional war. So the Israeli government has to be prepared, and the terrain you have to have these tanks to get out there in the terrain. But that's what really struck me, because in Afghanistan, we'd have, the Humvees, and the Humvees got pushed out, and we had other vehicles, strikers and such, but there was an insurgency war, so you had to be ready for both. In Israel right now, they're facing the greatest threat they've ever faced. And right now, under the Biden administration, we're really seeing that threat, and that is from Iran. And I thought what was so fascinating was the discussion we had last night with the doctor when he spoke about, the fact that the United States, could be going back towards the JCPOA, and how the states surrounding Israel are dysfunctional states, right? So Iran is using Hezbollah, Hamas as proxies. And the fact that the Israeli government has a compulsory military, meaning that everybody's so young and that they're going to fight for their country and that they have a vested interest in saving that, I think that's something that we should all be thinking about in the United States. We have less than 1% that serve in our military.
And your husband is part of that.
Right. And I think my heart broke. I had tears in my eyes when I was watching the memorial service of 5,000 souls that have given their lives, that have spilled their blood for this land, and I get goosebumps on my head thinking about it, because it's such an important part of who we are. As human beings, we have to be willing to fight for something, to believe in something. And the tragedy is, if we lose that, if we forget that freedom is not free, then it can disappear like that.
And it's ironic, we're surrounded by all of this firepower, this lethality, and never has one tread turned or one bullet or one cannon fired in conquest of any people or any territory. It's the Israel Defense Forces. And because we have pretty good contacts here, we've arranged for you to drive a Merkava of war. So come on, let's go drive a tank, okay?
Yeah, sure. I don't believe him at all. That'd be the coolest thing in the world. Sure.